If it's Wednesday, that means it's tag team weather for Weather Geeks. Here's Mr. Weather Geek himself, Andrew DiPaolo. You of Andrew's Answers, and I understand that Andrew's Answers has been preempted.
Yeah, due to some kind of odd sporting event that NBC Sporting Network has taken over. Golf, figure skating, I shouldn't say golf is an odd one, but figure skating, IndyCar racing.
There's a sporting event that is more important
I know, than Andrew's Answers.
Come on.
I know.
Well, anyway, Andrew's Answers, tell us a little bit about what it's all about and what you do on the weekends.
Cool. So, in the 9 o'clock hour of the Sunday show, I will answer viewer weather questions. And we've gotten everything from why does it snow when there's a completely blue sky, to where do robins go in the winter, space questions, severe weather questions. So there's really nothing that is off limits when it comes to these weather questions. And I've made it pretty easy for people to ask these weather questions as well. Either weather at WFMJ, on my Facebook, meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo, Twitter, and then Instagram. I've been getting a ton of pictures. So at Andrew WFMJ as well. I'll post this graphic either weekly or maybe once or twice every a month. But this graphic, you'll see it on the social media pages, or you can comment below when this goes on Facebook.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's what that's all about. Excluding this coming weekend.
Yes,
Andrew's Answers. Coming your way on the weekend morning show, WFMJ Weekend today. All right, 83 this afternoon.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Very nice day. We hit the forecast right on the money for the second straight day after 80 degrees yesterday. It's nice to put some orange boxes on this graphic.
Very nice. There's a lot of blue.
I got tired of putting blue on here. It was a cool start to May, and for the month we're still running about 1.8 degrees below average.
Not terrible.
But we're making up ground in a hurry. We were still 2.5 degrees below average a couple of days ago. Now we're at 1.8, so we're going in the right direction, and I suspect before the month is through, we're going to be above average for the month. We're
that
gonna have
47 on the 15th sticks out like a sore thumb.
It does. That's the day we had snowflakes.
Yes.
It was only a week and a half ago.
I remember that fondly. Yeah.
Yes. Only a week and a half ago we had snowflakes. Now we're talking about heat and humidity. Weather map is pretty quiet here locally this evening. Tornado watch out in Tornado Alley. Where else? But closer to home, it's a little bit cloudier this evening than it has been over the last couple of evenings. We've had a couple of showers down towards Zanesville and Cambridge, but those continue to scoot to our south. Not really worried about any wet weather here this evening. Late tonight as a warm front pushes in, there could be a shower. Now let's talk about what everybody's kind of, some people anyway, are starting to dread.
Yeah.
The increase in dew points.
Yeah.
It was warm today, but it wasn't all that humid. You can get outside and exert yourself and not just be killed by the humidity.
Exactly.
With dew points in the 50s, but off to our west, we've got dew points that are up in the 60s. Not too far away, Indianapolis 64, Cincy 62, and St. Louis at 62. Then you run into the real high dew points. If I can drag my camera down, maybe I can. There we go. 74 Little Rock, 74 in Dallas. Hey, look, there's the dry line out in western Texas. 24 degrees the dew point in Lubbock, while it's 74 in Dallas. That dry line is always something that's really remarkable at this time of the year. It's also what's responsible for feeling a lot of the severe weather out there. I don't know if you saw some of the photogenic tornadoes in Kansas around Dodge City yesterday. Thankfully, in a fairly rural area, but a couple of those tornadoes came within 5 or 10 miles of downtown Dodge City, Kansas. Wow. If they had been a little farther east, it would have been a whole different story. And they were amazingly photogenic, and a lot of this was live on the Weather Channel last evening. So that was really interesting. All right, our dew points when they go up tomorrow, they're going to stay elevated through the holiday weekend. This is just one computer model, but this one right now is spiking our dew point up to 70. Sunday. That's no fun. If that comes to fruition, that's no fun at all. So, bottom line is, for most of your outdoor activities for the holiday weekend, hey, get outside, drink plenty of fluids, you'll be just fine, find some shade, might have to dodge the random thunderstorm, but if you're going to be exerting yourself outdoors, if you're going to be running a few miles, especially in the afternoon for some reason.
A lot of Memorial Day 5Ks.
Yep. Exactly. It's one of those situations you got to take some precautions.
Yeah.
Even though it's still May, this is the kind of thing we tell you a lot in July and August. All right, again, we're quiet for most of tonight. As this warm front swings through tomorrow, there could be a passing shower in the morning. Best chance for thunder tomorrow, probably the afternoon, as we turn warm and humid. But even that's not a great chance. A lot of us will stay dry tomorrow. And then we're just into hazy, hot, humid, pop-up afternoon thunderstorm kind of a pattern. There's really no trigger for any storms Friday and Saturday. There's no front rolling through or anything like that. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, the air is going to be unstable, it's going to rise, and in some places rise high enough to form a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. So, hey, grab your Storm Tracker 21 app it's free.
Yeah.
And it has the interactive radar on there, and you can track any pop-up storms that might impact your holiday weekend. So again, Saturday's going to be a lot like Friday. As far as tomorrow, this says Sunday. I forgot to change it to Thursday. This is Thursday's odds of rain. I did bump up the probabilities here around midday, but it's splitting hairs. It's 30-40% most of the day tomorrow. All right, here's a graphic Andrew cooked up earlier today. We're talking about possibly 90-degree temperatures Friday, and if not Friday, Saturday has a pretty good chance. How's this compare to the last 10 years? Last year, we didn't have a 90-degree day until the end of July. We had none in 2014. It was a cool summer, and we waited until the middle of July in a relatively cool summer back in 2013. The last kind of comparable year, 2012, when on May 27th, we had a 90-degree day. Now, the 30-year average, and this surprised me a little bit, it's well into June, the average date of the first 90-degree day. So it is pretty atypical of this time of the year. The record highs tomorrow through the weekend are probably out of reach, although Saturday's is 90, so we might try to tie it.
Challenge it there.
Yeah, challenge it, tie it, but the rest of the records are probably safe with the upcoming heat. So here's our official Memorial Day forecast for Monday, the holiday itself. Mid-80s, pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Sounds like a broken record, right? It's pretty much the forecast for the next 5 or 6 days. How long does the warmth last? I think it's through the holiday weekend, certainly. We might get a little respite from the humidity for a day or two after Memorial Day. We were looking at that earlier. But as far as the temperatures are concerned, the climate models are trying to show kind of a retreat back to average in the longer range, the 10 to 20 day period. This is from roughly the 4th through the 14th of June. This isn't a cool pattern shown on this model for us, but it is probably a retreat back to, where we should be in early June. So I think we're going to be above average for much of the next 8, 9, 10 days. Beyond that, maybe a little bit of a retreat. Don't forget, tomorrow night, summer forecast. 21 News at 6 and 11, and I'll have a kind of a text and graphic version of this online on my weather blog, ericwfmj.com, earlier in the day if you want to get that summer forecast before the news at 6 and 11. All right, as always, I encourage you to follow Andrew on social media and give him some questions for Andrew's answers.
Yeah, we'd love to see him.
Yeah, he'd really like to answer all your questions on the weekend morning show, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow evening for more fun-filled Weather for Weather Geeks.